Hey gens, welcome back to my channel. Now I know it's been a really long time, aka a whole month, but I'm back and I'm better. And I think don't quote me, because mommyhood has taken a toll and has taken priority over YouTube. But I think we're gonna get back to our regular scheduled programming, videos every Sunday. So be there or be square. Now today I want to talk to you guys about the 9 things that I learned of my 29 years of living, okay? The list of the things that I'm going to tell you are some of the things that I just like, I sat down and thought about, okay, I think this is it. These are the 9 things, all right? So let's start with number 1. Don't believe the lie that you need to party. Now, I feel like you hear that often. Oh, your 20s is your time to party, blah, blah, blah. But partying doesn't help you. It doesn't help you physically. It doesn't help you mentally. It definitely does not help you spiritually. Now, if you're partying, you're most likely drinking, unless you can party without drinking. But I personally could not at my good old times of living. You're drinking, which kills your body physically. You're drinking, which you are mentally impaired. So partying and drinking, you don't have to. What I would flip that and do, what I would do, if you can, if you have the finances, I didn't go away to college. I was working and going to community college, so I had some money, so I was using my money to party. But what would have been better is to use that money for experiences as like travel. Maybe you don't have a passport, but there are 50 other states, 49, not including the one you're in, but even including the one you're in, there's so many different places you can go. There's so many different things you could see, so many different people you could talk to. So use that time, your 20s, to experience things, to have good conversation, not to be hungover the whole time and not remember what you did. I don't think it was fun. It personally was not fun. Number 2, pick the career that you will enjoy, and it will also happen to be the career that will bring you the most money. Right now, everybody wants money. Don't we all, right? But we end up doing jobs that we don't like for money. But if you're not thinking about the money and you're thinking about, will I enjoy doing this? You will go to work each and every single day, not looking at it as work, but as something that I enjoy, something that I want to do. The money tends to come easier. For example, when it comes to hair, I never looked at hair as a career. I didn't look at it as work. I looked at it as hobby, as my artwork, as my like little creativity space. But the money was flowing, okay? Now, not everyone is going to pick a trade, whatever that career may be for you. But if you enjoy it, the money will be all right. Don't think about the money first. The money will come. Okay? Number 2, it kind of goes along with number 1 of travel. In-state, out-of-state, get a passport. Do whatever you can to see the world. Because I remember the first time that I traveled. Well, technically I came into this country, so this would have been my first travel. It was different. The way the buildings were set up, I didn't have that in Haiti, okay? Our buildings were not set up like that. The constant light, like I remember my first thought was like, wow, it's so bright. But I don't know how Haiti is currently with their electricity, but I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. When I came, we did not have electricity 24/7. It was a luxury, okay? We did what we could when we could. So for me, I remember seeing tall buildings, and really bright places. That opened my eyes. I was 7. It opened my eyes. I just saw the world differently. Now, imagine you go to different countries. You see how they're living. It may make you look at yourself and look at your environment and see, what am I grateful for? What am I not grateful for? What am I taking for granted? Because what we have, and we're like, oh, this is the greatest place ever. Someone else might be like, wow, that's better than what I thought was the greatest place ever. Or it opens your mind up to new things. You get to see how they live. You get to see how they eat. You get to see how they travel. And little things like which side of the road they drive on. Little things like that will just open your mind up to new things. So use this time in your 20s, because I'm about to be 30, to see the world, to get new, goes with number 1, to get new experiences and just open your mind, okay? Closed-mindedness don't get you nowhere. Staying in one place gets you stagnancy, and we don't want to be stagnant. Number 4, you do not always have to experience it. Don't be one of those people that learns by experiencing it. Wisdom is learning through other people's experiences. There are things in your life that you personally do not have to go through in order to understand it. Learn through me. I already experienced it. I already had that situation. Now I'm telling you about it so that you don't go put yourself in that situation. If we're talking about boys, for example, I'm like, well, I already experienced X, Y, and Z with such and such. You don't have to go talk to such and such or whoever else to experience what I'm telling you will be the outcome. Some outcomes are inevitable. You will get the same outcome, okay? There are some things that you might want to go experience, whatever. But don't be hard-headed enough that you have to experience every single little thing. No, we don't need to learn through experience all the time. Number 5, you do not need a ton of friends. I remember this sermon when I went to this church with my friend, and it was talking about friends, fans, and followers. Right? And you know, Instagram, we have followers. Those people are not your friends. Okay? And I believe the example that he used was Jesus had followers, Jesus had fans, and Jesus had friends. When Jesus was doing things that the people liked, they were all for him, gung-ho. My fan, I'm for you, this is me, blah, blah, blah. And then it kind of dropped. Once he started, people didn't like him no more. They were against him. Those are fans. And then you have followers. The 12 disciples were his followers. They were there. They still had a little whatever, but they weren't the besties, okay? Now his friends, the 3 friends that he did have, because I remember reading, when he went to go pray, he brought his disciples, his followers, he brought them with him, and then he took his 3 little gang a little bit further, and then he dropped his little gang and went to pray by himself. You do not need a ton of friends. Pick and choose wisely. Makes me remember the paralyzed guy who had friends. They believed that he could be healed. They went through troubles. They put him through a ceiling so he could get healed. What are your friends doing for you? What are you doing for your friends? What situations do your friends put you in? What situation do you put your friends in? Do you put them in a room full of networking people, or are you partying your life away? What are you doing? Do your friends want to move up in the world and buy a house, or are you guys spending your money every weekend on unnecessary things? What does your friends say about you? What do you say about your friends? So you don't need a ton of friends. Remember, there are fans, there are followers, and there are friends. Make sure you realize who's who in your life. Number 6, learn yourself, okay? Who is Imani? What does Imani like? What makes Imani tick? What's her favorite color? The little things, you know? What are her boundaries? What are her, like, some of her things that she would never do? What are some of the things that she would do? Who am I? What do I believe in? Who are you? Because if you don't know who you are, someone else will easily dictate who you are. You will listen to that one tell you who you are. You'll listen to that one tell you who you are. And at the end of the day, you have no clue who you are. You're going to be tossed by the winds and seas. Learn yourself. Take the time out to learn who you are. Go into isolation. Go into some quiet time. Meditate. And figure out who you are. If there's a problem, journal about it. Get all your feelings out and read and look back and say, wow, okay, this is why I get like this, or this is why I get like that. Okay? So learn about yourself. Because for a long time, everyone else was telling me who I was. I wasn't confident in myself enough to believe anything about who I thought I could be. I was just looking to that person, to that person, to that person to tell me, because it seemed to be easier. Oh, that's what they saw. No. Who are you? What did you see? Okay? Number 7. All right. Listen. Listen to your parents, listen to your friends, listen to your elders, listen to the people around you. Listen. We have 2 ears, 1 mouth. Why? To listen twice as much as we talk. If I'm having a conversation with you, listen. What am I saying? How am I saying it? What does my body language look? Listen. 2 eyes too. You want to throw that in there. What does that say? When someone's telling you something, it's not because they want you to never enjoy your life, or they want you to be a prude and they don't want you to experience the things of the world. No. It's because, one, mostly if they're older than you, they've experienced something. They know something. They have a little bit of wisdom and a little bit of discernment. They know themselves. They see you and they are watching. They're paying attention. They're seeing where you could put yourself into trouble. So just listen to what they're saying. Even if you might not do it, you know, because a lot of the times we rebel and we're like, okay, who are you to tell me what to do? But just listen, okay? It doesn't hurt to listen. So don't even, like, because I know I was, like, someone would be talking to me and telling me, well, Imani, don't do it. I wasn't even paying attention. I already knew I wasn't going to do it. But just try, okay? We have your best interests at heart. Number 8 is find a role model, a mentor, someone you can look up to, somebody you can talk to, preferably someone who is not in your close circle, preferably someone who is older, someone you can trust to ask questions about life, ask questions about anything, and they'll help you, they'll guide you, they'll walk with you. Because if you're friends, they might be on the same page you're on. So they might not be the best to go to for advice about certain things. But sometimes we go to people because we want a specific advice. We go to people to tell us what we want to hear, okay? Go to someone who will not tell you what you want to hear unless it's the honest truth, okay? Remember that. And number 9, last but not least, is read your Bible, okay? Read your Bible. Build a relationship with God. Just like you have a relationship with your best friend, your mother, your father, build a relationship with God, because God gives you the ability to let go. Let go and let God. He is my creator. He knows the plans that he has for me to prosper me, give me hope and an expected end, okay? Why wouldn't I let go? He gives me a sense of peace. Not as the world gives, but God. God offers me peace. He offers me comfort. He offers me guidance. Do I always take it? No. But having God there in my life makes life kind of flow easier. I get to just try, because I'm a little control freak. I try to just let go. I read a lot of self-help books, and yes, they help. But then what? You don't gain their soul by reading those self-help books. You don't get to save your soul by reading those self-help books, because the best self-help book out there is the Bible. It tells you how to live. It tells you how to care for your body. It tells you how to care for your friend, for your neighbor. It tells you how to make decisions. It tells you a lot of things. The first self-help book out there in the world was the Bible. And I'm not saying by having a relationship with God that everything's going to be easy, that everything's going to happen quick, flow, no problems, just because you are in a relationship with God. No, that's not what's going to happen. But what is going to happen is that you're going to be more aware that the storms that you are in, the trials that you are going through, are to prepare you, to build your character, to bring you to new heights, to give you expected end, to bring you to a place you weren't before. And in that process, you learned more about yourself, you build your character, and you are now ready for whatever God was preparing you for. Okay? He is bringing you to new levels with any trials and tribulations that are going on in your life. And if you know that, and you're in a relationship with God, and you know that what I'm going through is just for the time being, and God is with me, He will walk with me through this storm. So much better. You ever see I think it's a meme, I don't know, where it's like God and you, and then you see two footprints, and then you see one, and it says, when you see one footprint, that's when I picked you up and carried you on my back. When you are weak, He says, my grace is perfect because my strength is made perfect in weakness, something like that. When you are weak, He is there. Imagine you're living in this world, godless, lawlessness, free. Who's walking with you? When you fall down, who's going to help pick you up? Yourself? You're already down. It's hard to get yourself up when you're down. But if He's there helping you up, carrying you when you can't carry yourself, when you can't make it through, when you can't go to work, when you can't make enough money, if He's helping you, don't that sound like, I don't know about you, but I kind of like that. To know that I'm being taken care of. To know that the person, the entity, the being, the almighty great God that created me cares for me. But I've heard it said, why would a God care about me? I mean, if you want to look at it like that. But why wouldn't He care about you? He created you. So do you think that your parents who created you not going to care about you? No, they care. So that's my spiel for today. Those are the 9 things that I have learned in my 29 years of living. And I pray that they help you, and I pray that they guide you. And that's all I got. If you are over 29, what are some of the things that you would tell your younger self? Leave me a comment and let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let your girl know how you feel. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, gems.